Hello friends, welcome to Creative Learners. Today I am going to speak about the Anglo-Saxon poetry. In my last video, I have told you about the social context of the Anglo-Saxon age, and also in brief I have spoken about the Anglo-Saxon poetry. But today I am going to be into the depth of the Anglo-Saxon poetry. And moreover, I can show you the manuscripts of those poetry in short. For that, you need to see my video till the end. Let's begin with the old heroic poetry or war poetry. What are the subjects? That the features of them. First is battle, second is heroism, third is fighting, fourth is death, fifth is victory, sixth is revenge, seventh is the lofty ideals of self-sacrifice, eighth is the scenic beauty, that is the nature. This thing togetherly form a way of idealism of the Teutonic lives. Let's begin with the Old English heroic poetry or war poetry. The earliest Anglo-Saxon poetry is known as Widsith or the Far Wanderer or the Traveller. This poem consists of 150 lines. In this poem, in each of the poems, I'll give you a brief summary and I'll show you something interesting for each and every poem. So let's discuss about the short plot or the short summary. So in this poem, The Wanderer, there is a minstrel who loves to roam in the world. So when he was traveling, he went to different land and sketches the feudal halls where he used to sing, and the kings used to give gifts to him. So this poem has no lyric at all. It is rather narrative and descriptive in form. Now I am going to show you something very interesting about this poem. The poem is The Complaints of the Dior or Dior's Lament. In this poem, we also see a minstrel, but he is not such a wanderer that we have seen in Widsith. This poem is about 52 lines. This is a short composition with lyrical forms. So, this poem is also called the first lyrical poem in English literature. And once again, I am going to show you something interesting about this poem also. To note, this Dior's Lament also portrays the individual spirits in the society. Let's come to the most remarkable work in Anglo-Saxon poetry, that is Beowulf. This poem is looked upon as the oldest surviving epic describing the lives of the Teutonic ages. Moreover, its content appeal are very smooth. So let's get into the story. There is a protagonist named Beowulf, who was the hero of the Geats, who comes to the aid of Hrothgar. Who was Hrothgar? Hrothgar was the king of the Danes, whose great hall Heorot. Heorot is the name of the hall, where there came a great monster whose name was Grendel. At first, Grendel and Beowulf had a long fight. In that fight, Beowulf easily killed Grendel because Beowulf was much stronger than Grendel. In response to Grendel's death, his mother came. There is no name of the mother described upon here. She is always notified as Grendel's mother. Okay. She came and climbed to the wall of the Heorot. Then she first met some armies of Beowulf. After that, she came in contact with Beowulf, and then they had a long fight. In this long fight, till the end, this great lady, this Grendel's mother, had survived till the end. but at the end, Beowulf was much stronger, so he had killed Grendel's mother in 2 halves with using a great sword. So this poem has a social value also. Moreover, this poem, if we look this poem in the feminist context or the womanist context, then we can also see that in the Teutonic ages also we had such ladies who can fight till the end, who never lose their power in the first of any war. So this is one point. Number 2 point is that this poem Beowulf also shows certain aspects of the primitive society, and thirdly it shows the relation between the ruler and the ruled. Number 4 is natural scenes are so vivid that we can assure you, or we can assure ourselves, that those primitive people always looked nature as their love. So in this poem Beowulf, we can also see that how Anglo-Saxon has a quick love, has a dedicated love for nature. In Beowulf, if you want me to upload a video only of Beowulf, you can suggest me in the comment section. And now let's see the old manuscript of Beowulf. We have another fragmented poem which is the last of this video, that is Walder. This is also a heroic poem which consists of war, but due to its nature we cannot have actually what happened in that poem. The scripts are lost, so we can have very little idea of Walder. This is a fragmentary poem compiling 31 and 32 lines, but there is a controversy saying that those 31 and 32 lines does not differ from each other. They are different somewhere. So this is the poem of Walder, and I am going to show you something, a very brief interesting fact about Walder. This much for today. If you all enjoyed this session, you can comment me in this section below. Moreover, you can like this channel, like this video as well. Share among your friends and family to let them know about the facts and points of the Anglo-Saxon period in English literature. Moreover, don't forget to subscribe my channel, and add a point, please press the bell icon, otherwise you are going to miss it. I am coming with extraordinary videos with very interesting facts to you in my next video. Till then, stay safe at home. Thank you. Have a nice day.